boys? Today we are back, and in today's video I'm going to be going over the fights to make after UFC 328. Decent little card on the weekend. Sean Strickland obviously getting the big win. Josh Van putting on a generational performance. Shout out Tatsuro Taira for being tough. I'm going to go through my fights to make next video. I saw Bedtime posted his. I saw MMA Guru posted his. I don't like watching theirs until I actually like post mine and then like see what, matchups that we like agree on. But yeah, I'm not saying I'm anywhere near their level. I'm just saying, these are from my own brain and matchups I think would work best. So let's get right into it. We're not going to go over everyone. We're going to go over like the major performances though. So yeah, let's get straight into it. Jose Ochoa, great performance. Sean Strickland. Slick boxing, slick striking. This dude's a fucking problem on the feet. One of Charles Oliveira's training partners as well. Not a training partner, but he goes to shoot the box, so I fuck with him, of course. Get him up in the fucking rankings, man. Get him up against Tagir Ulanbekov. I think Tagir might be moving up to 135, but if he doesn't, he's ranked 14th, and I think Jose Ochoa would be able to shuck off takedowns and absolutely just school Tagir on the feet. I think this is no competition. I think Jose Ochoa probably finishes Tagir Ulanbekov body shots, like probably via body shot since he's kind of frail at 125, So Jose Ochoa versus Tagir Ulanbekov. Book it, Abu Dhabi in October. I think Jose Ochoa absolutely runs through Tagir Ulanbekov, and we need him up in the rankings, bro. We need him. Imagine a fight between him and Josh Van. Him and Manel Kopp. Him and Loney Kavanaugh. Like, this dude's nasty as fuck in the striking. Flyweight's so fucking back. It used to be my least favorite division. Now it's like kind of heating up again. So I'm excited about that. And yeah, Jose Ochoa, Tagir Ulanbekov, make this fight and get Ochoa in the rankings. I think he wins this. Book it for Abu Dhabi. Moving on, Grant Dawson got a win. His striking looked improved, although he did get dropped in the second round. Obviously, the grappling is on another level. Him versus Beneil Dariush makes sense. Now, I did match up Beneil Dariush versus Fares Ziam back on my fights to make after UFC Perth just like a week ago, but they got to give Beneil like not a striker. They need to like just send off Beneil. Stop giving him fucking strikers. Stop giving him dudes that can just clean his lights out in 5 seconds. This makes sense. Grant Dawson was in the rankings. Like, he was fringe top 14. I think he was 15th at one point. It wouldn't hurt. Beneil Dariush is now 13th. It wouldn't hurt to get Grant Dawson like in the 13th spot. Then you can put him against another striker because I know the UFC probably hates him and he'll probably get slimed out. So this is like a win-win. Beneil Dariush retirement fight against a dude that's not going to fucking just absolutely obliterate him. Maybe Beneil Dariush goes out on a win in his retirement fight, but he should fight one more. And I think this is a great fight against Grant Dawson. A step up for Dawson to get back into the rankings, and a winnable fight for Beneil to just fucking get sent off, in a good way and not just get fucking slimed out for like the 10th time in a row. So I think you book Grant Dawson versus Beneil Dariush. Maybe like this strike. This is like fucking MSG. Like one fight before the featured prelim. This is like the 7th spot, the 7th fight down from the main event. One fight before the featured prelim. MSG December pay-per-view. This could honestly be a fight night co-main on like a stacked, crowded fight night event. I actually don't mind that. October pay-per-view, not Abu Dhabi, but October if they go back to like St. Louis or like if they go to Vegas for that like early October one. So I think this fight could go anywhere. Definitely not a main event. Co-main on a crowded fight night or on the prelims of a pay-per-view. Book this fight. Easy send-off for Beneil so he won't get slimed, and a step up for Grant Dawson to get back in the rankings, even though he is boring as shit. Moving on. Joel Alvarez had a fucking awful performance. Looked like he was stuck in the mud. Couldn't defend a takedown. Looks like a shell of himself at 170. So how about you be a little bit more fucking disciplined and you go back down to 155 and you fight Ludovic Klein. Joel Alvarez wasn't in the rankings at 155, I don't believe, or if he was just like either 15th through like 13th. So he was in the fringe rankings. Ludovic Klein, fringe top 15 guy. Probably like top 20 right now. So you make this fight, whoever wins gets like the 15th spot in the rankings at lightweight. Joel Alvarez, I don't know what the fuck happened to you. You didn't even lose to Vicente Luque. You just looked like shit in that fight, and then obviously looked like shit against Amasov. So not sure what happened ever since going up to 170, but you need to fucking make that cut back down to 155 or your career is probably fucking over. Because I don't think you compete with anyone at 170. I mean, you probably beat like Mike Mallet or some shit. Speaking of Mike Mallet, we're going to talk about him later, but I don't fucking really see this dude beating anyone in the top 15, I'm not going to lie. He looked really bad against Amasov, so Joel Alvarez, make that fucking cut back down. Him versus Ludovic Klein, come on, that's a banger. That's a fucking banger by me. And yeah, I think this would be a crazy striking fight. If it goes to the ground, Joel Alvarez can use his wrestling and jiu-jitsu. He has good wrestling and jiu-jitsu, so if he was getting tagged up by Ludovic Klein, he could take the fight to the ground. Klein not the best on the ground, but I think this would be a striker's delight. Book this. Winner gets like the 15th or like top 20 spot in the rankings. And I think it would just be a banger fight. Make this anywhere, literally anywhere. This could be on a fight night, co-main. That would be fun. Fight night feature fight. Do not put this in the fucking Apex. Oh, Serbia. Isn't fucking Ludovic Klein? He's like Slovakian or something. Yo, August. Joel Alvarez didn't take much damage. You guys just got slammed out on the ground. Is that enough time to make him cut back to 155? I don't know where to make it, but just make this fight. It would be fun. And Joel Alvarez needs to get his mojo back. So go back down to 155, kid. Moving on. Atiba Gauthier beat Ozzy Diaz after not that good of a performance, I'm not going to lie. But we need to see this dude fight some decent level comp. Now, I'm not saying Roman Dolidze is decent level because Roman Dolidze is shit, but he is in the top 15. So it's time to get Gauthier a spot in the top 15. Let's see what the fuck he's really made of. If he genuinely could lose to Roman Dolidze. Dolidze's ass. He has no chin. He just fucking sits in guard and tries to pull guard. But we haven't really seen Gauthier tested in the grappling, so Roman Dolidze could just fucking fraud check Gauthier in the grappling. So that is genuinely a possibility. Or Gauthier goes out there and just slams him out with one punch, or just pieces him up for 3 rounds. But I wasn't that high on Gauthier in his performance. He didn't really look that good against Ozzy Diaz. Yes, he knocked him out with one punch, but I mean, I think Gauthier literally only has one punch knockout power. I mean, he looked good in the Puliayev fight, but that's fucking Puliayev, and he's not like anywhere near high level. So I think you give Gauthier Dolidze like fucking sink or swim, dude. So I think this makes sense. Put it on like put it like as a featured prelim. I don't know why they keep giving Gauthier the featured prelim. Obviously, I know why, because he's the mini Ngannou, but his last 2 performances have not been good. But make this like the featured prelim of a pay-per-view. One fight before the main card. August. Get Gauthier right back in there. The Philly pay-per-view. September. Get him back in quick. He took fucking 0 damage. So, and Dolidze looking for a big win, I guess. He'd probably just get slammed out, to be honest. Or he shows levels and out-grapples Gauthier. But anyway, moving on. King Green versus Terrence McKinney. Do not tell me this is not a fucking sick fight. They haven't fought each other, have they? I don't know why, but this matchup is looking very familiar to me. But when I made it, I didn't think they fought against each other. I don't think they have. But come on, don't tell me you wouldn't want to see this. This is a fucking banger matchup, dude. 2 like fringe top 20, top 25 guys. I know Terrence McKinney loses all the time, but who did he just beat? Oh, Kyle Nelson, who was one time ranked like top 25. I mean, all of this is according to Tapology, and Tapology had like fucking Joaquin Buckley over like Ian Gary or some shit like that. So who knows what Tapology thinks, but this would be a fucking insane banger at 155. I don't know who would win. I could see Bobby Green like fucking step back right hand like Conor McGregor some shit on Terrence McKinney, or I could see Terrence McKinney just going out there and slamming Bobby Green out in literally like a 1 minute. So this would be a fucking banger. I love this fight. I was looking at the rankings. I was like, holy shit, this actually makes sense, and it's a fucking insane fight. I wouldn't be mad if this is on like a pay-per-view, like the fucking 4th fight on a pay-per-view. I'm not even kidding. Neither guy ranked, but you know this shit's going to be a fucking banger. I fuck with King Green heavy. I fuck with Terrence McKinney heavy. This would just be all-out war. This needs to be on a fucking pay-per-view. Or this could be a co-main on a fight night, too, on a crowded fight night. But I would have more fun with it on a pay-per-view. You know it's going to end in a finish. You know it's going to be fucking cinema. One of these dudes is getting knocked out. So I think this is banger matchmaking. King Green coming off a big win. So yeah, make this fight fucking now. UFC, hire me. This shit's a banger. I don't know how you haven't done this so far yet, but this shit is actually a fucking banger. And yeah, book this fight now. I probably lean towards, I don't know, McKinney is so fucking wishy-washy and like, I don't know. Not wishy-washy, but what's that word? Inconsistent. He's so fucking inconsistent, Terrence McKinney. And Bobby Green's on a 3-fight win streak now, so. Yo, honestly, this would just be a banger fight. It's making me fucking giddy thinking about it. But yeah, book this shit now. Moving on, Joaquin Buckley. I'm disappointed in you. You literally haven't had a fight in 2 fights. That was a non-fight versus Usman, a non-fight versus Sean Brady. We need to put you back in there with a striker. And who just came off a big win, who didn't take a lot of damage either. Joaquin Buckley just didn't take any damage. I mean, he got some fucking pitter-pat shots, but he didn't really take any damage. But yeah, Joaquin Buckley versus Mike Mallet makes a ton of sense. Mallet's like 11th. Joaquin Buckley's probably going to drop to like 7th or 8th. This is a winnable fight for Buckley. Finally, a guy that's not just going to nut hug him for fucking 25 minutes. Although Mallet could go to the grappling. Mallet's a decent grappler, so that's a fucking... I could see Mallet grappling him, but I think it would primarily be on the feet. And I think this is winnable for Buckley. Honestly, I think it's winnable for Mallet, even though I think Mallet's not the best. He is a good dude, but I don't think he's the best fighter. So I honestly lean toward Buckley, but Mallet could get it done. I think this is really even. This is like a 50-50 fight, just because Joaquin Buckley's confidence is probably like in the fucking gutter. But I think this would be a striking matchup between the two. I think they go back and forth on the feet for 15 minutes. Make this... This could honestly be... No, you can't put Buckley on a fucking pay-per-view. You just can't. After main eventing versus Usman and having a stinker, and then Sean Brady having a stinker with him, you just cannot put him on a pay-per-view. Make this like the fucking featured fight on a... the featured prelim on a pay-per-view. Make this... What else? Could this fucking main event? I guess it could if they go back to Canada sometime in the fall. I really wouldn't want to see this as a main event. I'm not gonna lie. Buckley could go out there and slam him out. Actually, fuck it. If they go back to Canada later in the year, make this the main event. Or if not, make it on a pay-per-view. September, October, November, December. I can't believe I'm already starting to talk about like fucking September. We have the August pay-per-view lined up in Philly. September is the next one we don't know about. That's fucking insane to think about. Holy shit, it's already May. But make this like September, November, MSG maybe, December pay-per-view, or a fight night main event. I am leaning Buckley, but I think this would be a striking fight. Get Buckley some confidence, and if Mike Mallet wins, that's a huge win for him. So, yeah. Moving on, the winner of the fourth fight on the pay-per-view, Sean Brady. You book him versus Yaroslav Amosov, man. These two need to fight. The UFC is not fucking letting Brady touch a fucking belt in the near future or a number one contender fight. After that last fucking boring performance, he got slammed out by Michael Morales before that. The UFC probably didn't fucking enjoy that fight with Joaquin Buckley. They probably don't want him sniffing a belt or a fucking top three anywhere anytime soon. So Yaroslav Amosov is probably going to move up a few spots to be like, around 12th in the rankings. I can see this fight being made easily. I want this as a main event, a 5-round main event. I feel like the grappling exchanges would be good. I think Amosov wins this fight. I'm not high on Brady. I'm sorry. Brady cannot finish anyone. He has zero finishing ability. I literally can't remember the last dude he finished. Was it Kelvin Gastelum? Other than that, I can't remember the last dude he finished. He genuinely has zero finishing ability. Yaroslav Amosov, I think he's at a different level. I think he's better on the feet as well. I think he'd out-grapple and just out-fucking-slick, out-tit-for-tat, out-craft Sean Brady. Make this a fight night main event later in the year, September, October. None of these guys took any fucking damage. Get them back in there quick. August, September. Oh, no, Philly. I forgot. Sean Brady wants to fight on the Philly pay-per-view. Make this on the fucking pay-per-view. Make this like the featured fight just because Sean Brady is from Philly. This fight could be a little boring. Oh, I want it 5 rounds, though. It's going to have to be 3 rounds if Sean Brady wants to fight on the Philly card. So, Yaroslav Amosov, Sean Brady, book it for UFC Philly like the feature fight. This would be absolutely cinema, and I would want to see it next. Moving on. I do think Amosov wins, though. Moving on. Waldo Cortez Acosta lost in the feature fight. Put him versus Brando Pericic. I know Pericic is 15th ranked. The heavyweight division is low-key in shambles. Waldo Cortez Acosta was going to be the next like clear contender after fucking Gane, Aspinall, and Pereira like figure out their shit. But he decided to go out there and lose to Alexander Volkov, who makes every single fight boring. We're going to get to Volkov here in a second. I don't want to see Waldo. Like, everyone's fucking fought everyone in the heavyweight division. So let's get some fucking fresh matchups in there. Fuck it. I know Waldo's going to drop probably like to number 6, 7, something like that. Fuck it. Put Pericic in there. Who cares if he loses? It's a huge step up. Who cares if he loses? Just put him against like a top fucking 12 guy after that if Pericic loses. Fuck it. We need some new fucking blood up at the top. We've got Hoket. You could do Pericic versus Asplund. That would be fun as fuck. My boy Asplund. But just make this fight. Who gives a fuck? The heavyweight division's cooked anyway. Just make fun fight. I think Pericic and Waldo would, go out and fucking slang and bang. So make this fight 2 dudes that want to take each other's head off. I think it would end in a KO. I'm probably leaning Waldo just because I haven't seen Pericic like be tested by like a top level guy. Even though Waldo's not even that good, but yeah, Waldo probably slams him out, but I think this would be a fun fight. This definitely is on like a pay-per-view or like a featured fight on a fight night main event, a fight night, crowded fight night, like a feature co-main as well. This could not main event. This could be on a pay-per-view, like the first fight on a pay-per-view or like on the prelims of a pay-per-view. So yeah, I don't think this makes sense. I just don't know. I have no idea what to do with the heavyweight division. Everyone's fucking fought each other. No one wants to see any rematches. So yeah, make this fight. And this next fight, Alexander Volkov, we want you destroyed. You will be going against Walter Walker, who is ranked 15th. Yes. Arguably the number one contender in Alexander Volkov. I don't give a fuck. He is the most boring fucking heavyweight on the roster. Heavyweights should be fun. Heavyweights should go out there and have fucking knockout ability. You're scared every time they exchange because they think they're gonna, knock each other out. No. Alexander Volkov is gonna be on his Volkanovski shit. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Volkanovski. They're the same fucking person. All they do is circle and leg kick and fucking teep and jab and do fucking fuck all for 5 rounds. They fight to not lose. They don't fight to win. It's just boring as shit. He is just as boring as fucking Volkanovski. Horrible to watch. Put him Walter Walker, and Walter Walker would snap this dude's fucking ankle in like 5 seconds. Please, Walter Walker, leg lock this fucker into oblivion. No, this doesn't make sense. No, it probably won't happen next. I just want Alexander Volkov out of the fucking top 3. Someone dismantle this fucker, please. I'm begging you. I am tired of Alexander Volkov and watching him fight. I think Walter Walker would go out there. Probably not be able to leg lock him, but who knows? This dude, Walter Walker, is fucking insane. Walter Walker, where have you been? I know you broke your leg, but we want to see you back. You're ranked 15th. I mean, it's a ranked matchup, and heavyweight is cooked, so why not just make it as a fun fight and just fucking please, Volkov, just please retire or something. I do not want to see you fight again. Moving on, Tatsuro Taira unfortunately lost in the co-main event. I predicted him to win. It was a sad loss. I did feel bad for him. I am a Tatsuro Taira fan. He showed literally all heart. So shout out him. Shout out Big John Golfs. All heart, follow for more. All fog, all heart. Tatsuro Taira versus Loney Kavanaugh. This makes sense. This would be another insane fucking striking battle. Loney Kavanaugh would probably box up Tatsuro Taira's head, but we haven't really seen Loney Kavanaugh tested that much in the grappling. So I think this would be a great fight. This is kind of be like a rematch, like for Tatsuro Taira, like a lower level Josh Van. Even though Loney Kavanaugh is slick as fuck in the striking, I would be happy as fuck with this main event. Both of them are Asian. You could put this in like a China card if they go back later in the year, a Singapore, somewhere over in Asia if they go somewhere new in Asia. This would be fire. Tatsuro Taira looking to get back on track. A dude he can beat in the grappling. And then Loney Kavanaugh looking for another huge win after beating Brandon Moreno, beating the, last title challenger. So I think this would be a big fight for both. I think it would be fun as fuck. Loney Kavanaugh's fun as shit. Tatsuro Taira's fun as shit and tough as fuck. And he's not as boring as people think. Yes, he went for a lot of takedowns, but he's fun, and I fuck with him heavy, and I was sad he lost. Moving on, this fight fucking needs to happen. Josh Van won in the co-main event. Fucking insane performance. I love Josh Van, I'm not going to lie. I was hard on him when he beat Pantoja for celebrating, but, you just won the belt, and, Pantoja did kind of fuck himself by landing on one arm, so shout out Josh Van for fucking putting everyone on that fight. That fight was insane with Tatsuro Taira. Insane heart. Fucking crazy boxing. This dude's boxing is so fucking fun. I hated flyweight, I'm not going to lie. When Pantoja was running through flyweight, I genuinely hated it. It was so boring. But Josh Van has fucking revived this fucking division. Him versus Kopp would be a fucking insane fight. If Josh Van gets through Pantoja, obviously you're gonna do Josh Van versus Kopp, because I think Kopp beats Horiguchi, who in my opinion is overrated as fucking not good at all. Maybe he was back then, but not now. So I think Kopp wins versus Horiguchi. You do Van versus Kopp if Van can get by Pantoja. Book this fight. I don't give a fuck when September. Josh Van can main event. I do not give a fuck. Josh Van can main event. This dude's boxing is fucking insane. I love it. It's slick as fuck. He's nasty. And I want to see this fight. I do think Josh Van wins this now. Pantoja coming off of injury and Van just having that performance against a high-level grappler. Pantoja is, a different style grappling than Tatsuro Taira, but I think Josh Van probably wins this. I'm not going to lie. I just think it would be a banger. Pantoja fucking scrappy on the feet too. This would be an absolute fucking banger. This fight needs to be next. I say make this a fucking main event. I do not give a fuck. Obviously, they'll probably make it as a co-main, but I think this could main event. What are we thinking? September? Early October? On the early October card, main event or co-main. September main event or co-main. This could be MSG co-main. That would be fire as fuck. Yeah, man. Just make this fight. This is a fucking no-brainer. This shit needs to happen. Moving on, Khamzat Chimaev lost. Surprisingly, I don't know how. His aura's gone. I miss him. Khamzat used to be one of my favorite fighters. He still is one of my favorite fighters, but I don't know what the fuck that performance was. I'm sad. I wanted him to win and stay undefeated and have just copious amounts of aura, but he lost. And he said he wanted to move up to 205, and this fight's a fucking no-brainer. These two dudes hate each other. Costa hates Chimaev. I don't know if Chimaev hates anyone after he fucking was able to accept Strickland's apology, but Paulo Costa hates Chimaev. This is a fucking no-brainer, man, and this fight would be a banger. Khamzat Chimaev's not invincible anymore. He's not. So I think Paulo Costa has a real chance of winning this fight. If he can shuck the takedowns, get up, and just pressure Khamzat. Costa looked great in his last fight. You got to make this fight. Bad blood. Make this Abu Dhabi co-main 5 rounds. Simple. Khamzat, you need to fight again this year. You need to. You actually need to get fucking some aura back. And if you win this, you're like right up there for a 205-pound title shot. UFC loves you. They're probably just going to give it to you if you win one fight. And if Costa wins, that's going to be, back-to-back wins against Mirzakhanov and Khamzat Chimaev at 205. You're next for the title. This is a fucking no-brainer. I think everyone made this matchup if I had to guess on YouTube. This is easy as shit. This fight would be fucking cinema too. The bad blood. And I think Costa genuinely has a chance now. I didn't think he had a chance before, but now seeing what Strickland did to Khamzat, Paulo Costa has a genuine chance of beating Khamzat Chimaev. And Chimaev can go out there and he can dominate in the grappling. Maybe at 205, we don't know. It's a different level. I don't know. Maybe Sean Strickland's just a different level grappling, but I don't know. I think this would be a really close fight, and I want to see it. Moving on. You all know what's next. Last fight I'm talking about. This boring as fuck matchup. We're going to have to watch and sit through this shit again. Sean Strickland jabbing and teeping. I don't know how Sean Strickland's good. I'm going to say it every fucking video. I do not dislike Sean Strickland. I'm going to say that every video as well. I think I don't agree with any of the shit he says, but I think he makes for great fucking bad blood, great trash talk. I love when fucking fighters have bad blood and shit talk, so I fuck with Sean Strickland. Not with anything he says, but just how the way he builds up fights. Nasruddin's boring as shit. He's a decision merchant. He can't finish fucking anyone. And I think Sean Strickland just fucking dominates him like he did the first time. I know that fight was somewhat close, but I think Strickland makes it look easier. I don't know what Nasruddin could do to Sean Strickland. I think Sean Strickland just figures out every fucking puzzle and just beats everyone. Except Dricus somehow. So this fight's obviously next at 185. Make it like September, October, November, December, somewhere around. This will probably headline December or like co-main December if there's like a bigger fight. But yeah, I'm not really excited for this fight. I don't want to see it. Neither of these guys are my favorite. Neither of these guys are that exciting to me. So kind of a shitty way to end the video, but let me know what you guys think of my matchups in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Please subscribe. Peace.